NAPABA proudly presents the 2023 Pro Bono Service Award to Jennifer H. Wu. The NAPABA Pro Bono Service Award recognizes an attorney or a team of attorneys for outstanding achievements in pro bono service.
The concept of giving back as a lawyer is so important because justice often is dispensed to people in power. The idea of being a lawyer, to me, is very tied into advocating for rights for people who do not have a voice, who cannot speak up, and who don't even know where to go to find the voice that they need in order to obtain justice. And so to me, it's much more meaningful to get an award for helping people, because at the end of the day, we are one community. When we talk about ourselves as a community, we talk about the data, we talk about the numbers, but we don't tell the personal human stories that are behind all of these victims. That we are so focused on the intent of the perpetrator that we forget what it feels like to be a mom who's widowed, or a gentleman who's just lost his wife of 50 years, or even a father who just lost his daughter in the Times Square subway. One of the most powerful moments in my life when I was doing pro bono work was when the family of Michelle Go asked me to go to One Police Plaza in New York City and pick up her belongings. We found out after that that some of the belongings were not present. We'd been told that she was carrying a pair of workout pants. And because we were told that, the family believed that she was in the Times Square subway to transfer trains in order to go to a workout class. It turned out that the gym pants that she was carrying that they had cataloged actually belonged to the attacker. It was miscatalogued. It was not something that she was carrying. And so the family of Michelle Go had lived for a year believing that their daughter had been killed on her way to a workout class. And now they had to start at square one. They no longer knew where she was going. And the reason that that moment was so powerful for me was because in the moment, it makes you realize that when someone in your family dies, and it is so sudden and so tragic, all you ever want to know is the unknowable. How do they feel? What were they doing? Where were they going? And these are all unknowable things, but the reality is that my life is probably more similar to Michelle's life than her parents' life. And so when they talked to me, they would ask, what would you have been doing on a Saturday morning? And part of this journey has been realizing that we will never know everything, but we can become family and we can become community if we talk about the things that concern us. And we want to remember their life, not by how they died, but how they lived. And so to that end, one of the things I'm most proud of is that we've been able to tell Michelle's story through the op-ed in the New York Times on the anniversary of her death. I'm also proud that a New York Times reporter, Corinna Knoll, told the story of Mr. Gao that was about the love story between him and his wife. And it wasn't about her death. And part of what I wanted to do with our pro bono work is really bring light and voice to the lives that people lived rather than how they died. One of the things that I've always said to my pro bono clients is, I don't know why we're here, and I don't know why this happened to you, but we stand with you. And the value of the pro bono award from NAPABA is that NAPABA stands with you too. Because you can't bring back the people they've lost, and you can't give them back the lives that they want. The only thing you can do is you can stand with them. And the thing that jumps out at me when I think about the pro bono award is that, can we tell everyone who's out there feeling scared or alone that we stand with you? That would mean the world.